Welcome YouTube to another hobby video. It's me Matt, and I've sort of come back, a bit late from my usual videos, which I am deeply sorry about. I've had a bit on lately with different jobs and things like that, so yeah, just have a bit of a change around in location where I live, and so hobbying's been put on the back for a little bit. But enough of that, we'll go into some of the miniatures that I've been painting, and as you can see, it's Elven theme here, and I've just been finishing off some of my Elven Hobbit stuff, particularly Linder. Now, Linder was a really cool model to paint. I was enjoying watching The Hobbit and stuff, and I noticed he was in there, and I thought, it'd be cool to have the model. It's a beautiful looking model, and it's very detailed. So yeah, I thought that would be very good to get him all painted up, and of course he benefits Elrond a heck of a lot, and also the Rivendell Knights quite a bit. So yeah, I thought, why not? He's a cool model. I may as well get him. So here he is. Now, what I've done is throughout all my captain models and things like that, I've done red and blue theme, similar to what you saw at the Helm's Deep scene with Hadir and how he had a red cape and all the other sort of, warriors had blue. So I've done that sort of here, and I think it's turned out pretty nice. And I've also done, if you can see that there, a little bit of detailing on the face, getting a bit better with faces and things like that. So yeah, getting a bit brave with that sort of thing. Probably this is one of the better faces I've done in terms of eyes and stuff wise. But yeah, and just on that red cape there, just started with a dark red, worked my up to Mephiston red, gave it a wash, and then did some more Mephiston red on top, and it sort of came out and gave that nice sort of cherry kind of look. Well, it's more cherry on the camera, but it is darker on here. So the next guy around is Monsieur Elrond, and yeah, I mean he's a really cool model. I actually struggled a wee bit to put him together. The sword was a bit skew-off, and there was some different bits of flash here and there, but managed to clean him up in the end, and I think he's turned out quite nice. And again, just that blue and red theme with some gold actuants on his sword hilt and things like that. Oh, and his scabbard rather. And I've just done silver and sort of kept away from that brown mahogany armor or maroon armor, and just done the red again on there. Didn't really spend too much time on this model, as it was kind of taking up a bit of time, and I just really wanted to get him out of the way. But it's definitely a cool model, and do I prefer him to the old one? It's hard to say. I think the old one's easier to paint, but this one has got a bit of a dynamic pose, so I think it's hard to say. But yeah, so moving on from Elrond, it is this guy. Now, for a start, I had a vision in my head. I saw a French guy on Facebook. I can't remember his name at this very time. Sorry about that. But he had a series of elves that were helmeted, like Glorfindel. He had who else was it? He had Elrond that was helmeted, and he had a captain that had a cool helmet on. And I thought, it'd be cool to do Gilgalad in a helmet, because you never really in the movie you just see him with his no helmet on or anything, and I thought, it'd be cool if he had sort of a ceremonial helmet. So I did a quick conversion, chopped off his head, filed some stuff down, took away the hair out of it, and glued on this Elven Spearman's head. And it's turned out quite nice. And I've just gone for reverse colors like silver and gold and the red and blue, and just did some little detailing work on his helmet there, and also spent a bit of time on his shield. Just fine detailing on that, but it turned out a little gluggy. I mean, I was just trying to get him out, and now that I'm thinking about it, he could also sort of be a elven, like a spear captain. I think would be quite cool with the shield and everything. So yeah, that's an alternative to another like basic captain. But anyway, there's those three, and moving on from them, we'll go into the cavalry. Now this model here is a Rivendell Knight captain. He hasn't got the helmet on. I like to think that the ones without helmets are kind of captains, but as you'll see in the next one after this, I've done sort of the opposite to what I've just said. But anyway, I've done a little bit of experimenting with the base. This time I did the base first before I put the actual model on, and then I just flocked around the parts that weren't painted. This one here, I did a bit more face detailing, as you can see. And this guy's horse isn't quite completed yet, but I'll probably do all the sort of finer tuning with the horses later on. So this guy originally was supposed to be Linder mounted, and I was going to chop his hand off and put a sword, but I couldn't really find anything that fit that well, so I might just hold off in the meantime and just keep the captain, and just put the spears that came in the pack, maybe on his, or the lance rather, on his back. So again, the Mephiston red cloak and the what blue is that? The Calador blue. Calador blue? Yeah. Just been really playing around with that at the moment. So that was cool. And the next one is my second captain, who hasn't got a shield on yet, but yeah, he's quite cool. I've just done the helmeted version this time with the sort of ceremonial crest sort of plumey bit there, metal plume. That's on the helmet, and I've sort of done some tan pants with blue kind of on the arms, just so they can stand out for the previous blue ones that I've done. The horse was relatively easy. It's just what is it? Steel Legion drab. Oh, it's no, sorry. What is it? Morphang brown, followed by Steel Legion drab, and then I just go back over with some of the dots with the darker stuff, like it's kind of dark fur coming through, and you can add different sort of patches and stuff. And I usually paint socks on these horses, but the brown ones I kind of tend to leave the socks off, like the white socks. There's all these different styles and stuff too, but yeah, so that was cool. Got him completed, and there's the whole lot of them completed. And what am I working on now? Well, Elrond mounted that came in the pack. He is on the go, although let's see, I'm struggling a little bit. His blade snapped off, so I had to get a high elf swordsman, which has turned out alright, and it's fairly stable. Yeah, I mean, I'm not overly happy with this at the moment. I mean, there's a long way to go. I've got to highlight everything and tidy his face up and stuff, but yeah, I mean, there's a long way to go, like I say. Other than that, we've got the more Rivendell Knights just to add. I'm just sort of making 600 and 700 point lists, and yeah, I mean, that's where I'm up to at the moment. I've got a review coming up for Unreleased Miniatures. I have a product that I bought from them, and that'll be in the next video, which I'll probably upload around the same time, since I haven't actually had too many content out lately. Just been busy with things, so yeah, thanks guys. If you enjoyed this video blog rather, yeah, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll try and get some more videos out for you. That battle report is on the way. We're just having technical difficulties with cameras and lighting and stuff like that where we play, and so once we work all that out, we'll get one out to you. If not, even we'll try and get even just a picture report out and just chuck some music in the background. But yeah, thanks guys as always, and cheers. We'll see you next time.